We've all seen them, those iconic red trucks, sirens wailing, racing to an emergency. They're such a familiar sight, right? But have you ever stopped and wondered how they solve their biggest, most fundamental problem?
It's the most crucial tool they have for fighting a fire: water. And a lot of it. It seems like fire trucks have this just endless supply. But where is it all coming from? The answer, it turns out, is pretty darn clever. Okay, so the first part of the answer is probably the one you're already thinking of. It's exactly where you'd expect it to be. It's the water the truck actually brings with it.
Yep, that's right. Built right into the vehicle itself is a huge, dedicated water tank. This is their immediate supply, the water that lets firefighters start blasting a blaze the second they jump off that truck. There's no waiting around.
And we're not talking about a little bit of water here. These tanks can hold anywhere from 500 to 1,000 gallons. To give you some perspective, your bathtub at home holds, maybe 40 gallons? So a single fire truck is rolling up with the equivalent of up to 25 bathtubs full of water. That's a lot. But here's the catch. As massive as that tank is, a high-pressure fire hose can drain it completely in just a couple of minutes. So for any serious large-scale fire, that onboard supply just isn't going to cut it. And this is where the real genius of the system comes into play. So, if that huge tank is just for the opening act, where do they get the rest of the water? The endless supply they need for a major fire. Well, the answer is hiding in plain sight on pretty much every street corner.
We walk past them every single day, but it's so easy to forget what a fire hydrant actually is. It's not some small, self-contained water tank. No, it's a portal. It's a direct tap into the city's pressurized water mains, this massive hidden network of pipes running right under our feet. This is the fire truck's secret weapon. But, just tapping into that network is only half the story. The water flowing under the street doesn't have nearly enough force on its own to fight a raging fire. So the fire truck has to work some magic to turn that steady supply into a powerful weapon. See, here's the crucial part. The fire truck doesn't just use the hydrant's water, it supercharges it. The truck's engine is doing double duty. It's not just there to make the wheels turn, it also powers an incredibly strong pump that's basically the heart of the whole operation. The whole process is incredibly efficient. First, the firefighters hook up a big, thick hose from the hydrant to the truck. Then they fire up that powerful internal pump. It acts like a giant heart, sucking water in from the hydrant and then blasting it out, multiplying the pressure like crazy. The result is that high-speed, high-pressure torrent of water you see shooting out of the attack hoses. And the power we're talking about here is just staggering. A standard fire engine pump can shoot out thousands of liters of water every single minute. It's that unbelievable flow rate that lets firefighters actually push back the flames and cool everything down. So when you put all these pieces together, you've got the initial tank, the connection to the hydrant, and that incredibly powerful pump. It totally changes how you should think about what a fire truck actually is. And this really is the key. They're not just vehicles. It sounds simple, but it completely reframes this piece of technology we see all the time. They are so much more than just a ride to get firefighters from one place to another. And that's the main takeaway right there. You should think of a fire truck as a power plant and a pumping station on wheels. Its real job is to get to a water source, that hydrant, and transform that citywide resource into a focused, powerful, life-saving tool. So, the next time you see a fire hydrant on the street corner or you hear those sirens wailing past, you'll know this secret. You'll know how they get that seemingly endless supply of water. It's just a fantastic piece of simple, elegant engineering. And it really makes you wonder, doesn't it? What other everyday things are way more clever than they look?